Welcome to the Spartans softball complex in San Jose, California, where today the Spartans of San Jose State play host to the Colorado State Rams in the final game of a three-game series in the Mountain West Conference softball. I'm Nara Wang. I'll be calling the action for you today as San Jose State tries to complete a sweep of the Rams and bring their overall record back to 500. And we are starting off right away here with Lauren Stuckey leading off for the Rams. The freshman right fielder will swing and miss at pitch number 1 as we get going right here at 11 a.m., a matinee on Sunday in Mountain West softball. Mia Reynolds on the mound for San Jose State. Pitched a tremendous game Friday night, trying to do it again here on Sunday. And pitch catches the corner for a strike, 0-2 the count to Stuckey. She'll be followed by Kaylin English, the second base player, catcher Brooke Bolender. Autumn Rutherford, the center fielder, bats cleanup. First baseman Jaylee Wilson follows. And pitch outside, ball 1-2 the count. After Wilson, shortstop Jordan West. Third base Kira Smith. Carolina Buffalo is a designated player for the Rams. And the ninth batter is Morgan Coleman, the left fielder. And slapped and lined right to third base where Gigi Ortega makes the catch for the out. Out number 1 in the game here at San Jose State. The Spartans defense left to right in the outfield. Jules Ronquillo, Aubrey Thomas, and Carly Cummings. Ortega at third. The shortstop is going to be Amaya Noriega. And that pitch is low and outside to Kaylin English, batting .379 on the season for the Rams. Reynolds looks in, ready to deliver. And that is a strike on the corner for Reynolds. 1-1 the count. Reina Zermeño is playing second base for the Spartans. Shay McDowell at first, and Anissa Almaguer behind the mound catching Mia Reynolds. Almaguer setting up outside, and that came in low over the plate. 2-1 to English. Reynolds winds up and deals, and that's fouled back into the netting. 2-2 the count. One down here, inning number 1 in this softball game between San Jose State and Colorado State in the Mountain West. Colorado State 11-17 overall, 2-3 in Mountain West play, while the Spartans are 14-15 overall, 3-2 in conference play so far. Second weekend of Mountain West play, and that one comes inside. And it's going to be a foul ball, it looks like, the call there. Might have caught the knob of the bat of English. So count remains 2-2. One down here, top of the first in San Jose. Reynolds will deal off speed and gets the strikeout swinging. English going down for out number 2. Now batting third, Brooke Bolender, the catcher for Colorado State, leading the team in hits this season with 32. And she will line a soft one just inside the left field line there for a single. A 2-out single by Brooke Bolender puts a runner on for the cleanup batter, center fielder Autumn Rutherford. Batting .295 on the season. 2 homers, 15 RBIs for Rutherford. Rutherford, a freshman from Longmont, Colorado. Just 19 years old. Bats lefty, looks at a pitch outside from Reynolds. Rutherford yesterday, 1 for 3, 2 runs, a walk, and a stolen base. One of the players for Colorado State tried to make a rally late as they fell behind early, as that is fouled right back to the netting. 1-1 the count. Rutherford, as a true freshman, has started every game this season for Colorado State. The 1-1 pitch from Reynolds. Catches the corner for a strike. Make it 1-2 now. 2 down here in the top of the first. Bolender, the runner on first for the Rams. Reynolds checks and deals outside with the fastball. Count even at 2-2, 2 outs. Bolender, not a threat to steal, has not attempted one this season. That pitch comes in high, makes the count full at 3-2. Reynolds, masterful Friday night, a 2-hit shutout for the Spartans to get this series off to a good start. And that ball is popped up. And it looks like Noriega will take care of it for the out, and that ends the top of the first. 1 hit, no runs, and the Spartans will be coming up here when we come back after this short break. And welcome back here, bottom of the first. San Jose State Spartans be coming up now. The leadoff batter, center fielder Aubrey Thomas, senior. She'll be followed by Jules Ronquillo, the left fielder. Playing second, batting third, Reina Zermeño. Cleanup, playing first base, Shea McDowell. The catcher, Anissa Almaguer. Amaya Noriega at short. Designated player, Sarah Deplich. And then the first pitch is smoked right back up the middle for a lead-off single for Aubrey Thomas. As Thomas yesterday went 1 for 4, a triple RBI and a run, now has a hit in 5 of her last 7 games. And now Ronquillo will bat. The left fielder who bats left, throws right. Senior stepping in. She's from Southern California, La Habra, California, Los Alamitos High School, a good program down there. And she will take a strike there, showing bunt. And to finish off the lineup for San Jose State, third base, Gigi Ortega batting 8th, and in the 9th spot, right fielder Carly Cummings. The pitcher, Reagan Wick for Colorado State. And that is another strike, as again showing bunt is Ronquillo, and she's in the hole 0-2. Wick was the hard luck loser on Friday as she pitched very well for the Rams, but Mia Reynolds just outdueled her. And the lefty will go wide of the plate on that one to draw the count to 1-2. Wick features the fastball, curve, and changeup in her repertoire, I should say. And that one is softly hit towards second, and all runners will be safe there as Ronquillo speedily makes it down the line. There was no play at second to be had. Again, the bases just 60 feet apart here in softball, so a quick runner can make plays difficult for the fielders there, and there was really nothing that English could do about that one. Well, no, now they're ruling instead.
The batter has been called out. Now batting for San Jose State, second baseman number 28, Reina Cermeño.
Looks like interference must have been called on that. So Ronquillo is out. Aubrey Thomas goes back to first. And now that ball bounces off of Kira Smith at third. And there will be no play for her. So E5 on that one to allow Reina Cermeño to reach base. Now 2 runners on for San Jose State. Thomas at second, Cermeño at first. And the cleanup batter, Shea McDowell, the junior first baseman, steps in. Wick is set, and fastball up high for a ball. The 1-0 pitch on the way from Wick is low this time. 2 balls, no strikes. As McDowell, the transfer from Oregon State in her second year in the Spartan program. Big day yesterday, 2 of 3, 2 runs and 2 RBIs for her. Fouls that one back, make it 2-1. She's had a hit in 7 of her last 8 games. Batting .318 on the season, 19 RBIs for McDowell. And this one will be fought off the other way, and the running grab there by second baseman English for the Rams makes it 2 down here in the bottom of the first for San Jose State. Still 2 runners on at first and second. And now the catcher, Anissa Almaguer, the senior, stepping up in the plate. 1 for 3 yesterday, scored a run, had a stolen base on a 4-game hitting streak. Take that pitch outside. Again, softball, you can't take a lead off the base, so the runners standing by. And swinging through that one is Almaguer, drawing the count 1-1. And the changeup fools Almaguer right there. 1-2 the count now. Wick going off speed for the first time. And the pitch from Wick outside. 2-2, 2 down, 2 on here in the bottom of the first for the Spartans, looking to build off of yesterday's big win against the Rams. And that one will be fouled to the left side. Count remains 2-2 to Nisa Almaguer. Almaguer second on the team this season in doubles and walks. take another pitch high to draw the count full at 3-2. And Wick deals, and swinging through for the strikeout is Amagir. So the side is retired. A hit, an error, no runs for the Spartans, and we'll be back with the second inning on the Mountain West Network right after this.
Leading off for Colorado State at the top of the second. First baseman number 10, Jaylee Wilson.
Welcome back here to Spartans Softball Complex. Top of the second begins with Jaylee Wilson, the first baseman for the Colorado State Rams. And fastball comes in low, 1-0. Wilson having a fine season for Colorado State, a second-team All-Mountain West player last season, and was named to the preseason All-Mountain West team. Start of this one, as named by the coaches. And there's a strike from Mia Reynolds in to even the count at 1-1. Wilson out of Rancho Cucamonga, California. And that one is softly hit up the middle. Noriega will have to hurry, and not in time. Wilson beats it out for an infield single. Wilson at 5'11", making good time down the line and beats the throw from Amaya Noriega. That'll bring up Jordan West, the shortstop. Senior for the Rams. Went 1 for 3 with a double and 3 RBI yesterday. And the pitch from Reynolds swung through for a strike. Reynolds, again, as mentioned, threw the 2-hit shutout on Friday night to start this series in a 1-0 game won by the Spartans. And that one just fouled back, as West comes in batting .300 this season. 1 homer and 10 RBIs. The 0-2 pitch from Reynolds, off speed, and that'll be taken care of in right field by Cummings for the first out of the top of the second. And now batting for the Rams, playing third, Kira Smith, freshman who has started all of her games this season as a true freshman. And that's a soft foul ball down the left field line. And Ronquillo not able to get there, so just a strike to Kira Smith. Batting .295 on the season, 2 homers and 13 RBI for her. She's from Puyallup, Washington. Fastball comes in low from Reynolds, 1-1. Wilson at first, yet to attempt to steal this season, so don't expect to see her on the move. Reynolds ready, winds up, and that's going to be softly hit to second base, where the play is made by Zermeño. The soft pop-up, half liner really, for the second out of the second.
Designated player number 9, Carolina Buffalo.
Now batting for the Rams, Carolina Buffalo, the designated player today for Colorado State. Great name. Reynolds pitch. Tried the fooler with the soft stuff, but it's inside for a ball. Buffalo, health and exercise science major from Laguna Hills, California. The senior comes in batting .205 on the season. And she will fight that one off toward right field, and running in to make the catch and end the inning is Cummings. So 1 base runner for the Rams, but she's stranded at first. So the Spartans will be coming up for the bottom of the second right after this.
All season, over 360.
And welcome back, where Amaya Noriega steps in to lead off the bottom of the second for the Spartans. The shortstop batting .330 on the season. Started every game so far. Will swing and foul that one back to the netting. Count is 1-1. Lefty on lefty matchup here between Wick and Noriega. Noriega, the junior from Silver Creek High School here in San Jose, hometown girl. Take that one, change up off the outside edge. 2-1. And Noriega pops that one up in foul territory, and Kira Smith will take care of the out. And that is going to bring up the designated player for the Spartans today, Sarah Deplich, the freshman. Also plays some catcher for the Spartans from Livermore, California. Drew a walk as a pinch hitter in the 5th inning in yesterday's game, in her only appearance of this series so far until today. She has reached base in 5 of her last 6 appearances. Wick gets the sign, deals a pitch just off the plate, 2-0 count to Deplich. Freshman has 3 home runs and 9 RBI this season. And another ball from Wick, 3-0 to Sarah Deplich here. Wick off speed for the 3-0 pitch, and that's taken for a strike. The 3-1 on the way, and that is fouled to the right. Deplich with a defensive swing there, and that makes the count full at 3-2. Wick fires the pitch in, and a simple ground out to the second base player there by Deplich makes it 2 down on the inning for the Spartans. Easy play for English on that one. And now the number 8 batter playing third today, Gigi Ortega, another one of the Spartans freshmen in the lineup. And she'll go right after the first pitch, and the soft pop-up is another out to English. So all zeros in the bottom of the second for the Spartans, and we'll come back right after this for the third. Top of the third here in San Jose. Leading off for Colorado State is the number 9 batter, left fielder Morgan Coleman. Showing bunt, will pull back, and the fastball for a strike on the outside edge by Mia Reynolds. Reynolds on the season, a 3.49 ERA, 8-9 record. And she has opened up the last 2 series for the Spartans here with a win. And there, swinging weakly through that one as she was fooled. Coleman is now down 0-2. She mentions the managers for both teams. Tammy Lohman for San Jose State in her 5th season at the helm. And Jen Fisher for Colorado State, 15 years there in Fort Collins. Reynolds way outside with that one. 1-2 the count to Coleman, senior in the lineup today. Wheels and deals high does Reynolds to even the count at 2-2. Morgan Coleman, another SoCal native from Glendora, California, Glendora High School. And she just makes contact with that one to stay alive, keeping the count at 2-2. Coleman just celebrated a birthday as well, turns 22 on March 19th. Was an academic All-Mountain West the last 2 seasons for the Rams. Reynolds almost got her there, but just staying alive with the tip on the foul ball. Back to the netting is Coleman. Coleman on season, batting just .132 entering today's game. And she will hit that one to Noriega at short. The quick throw, and she's out at first. Smooth play there by Amaya Noriega. One down now as we go back to the top of the order for the Rams. Lauren Stuckey back to the plate. Lined out to Ortega to lead off the game. So 0-1 on the day. Pitch from Reynolds over the plate for a strike. Stuckey, Parker, Colorado native. We'll look at that pitch off speed and fools her for another strike. 0-2 the count to the biostatistics major for the Rams. Reynolds with the waist pitched outside right there for 1-2. Reynolds again, 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 8 Ks in the season opener on Friday. That one is lined sharply to second, but there to make the play is Zermeño, and that's 2 down here quickly for the Rams in the 3rd inning.
Now batting second baseman number 28, Kaylin English.
That'll bring up Kaylin English, who struck out in her first plate appearance in the 1st inning. English, another Parker, Colorado native, will smoke that one into center field for a base hit. So a 2-out single by English will bring up the catcher, Brooke Bolender. Bolender in the first singled. 1-1 on the day, leading the team in batting at .386. Has a .969 OPS on the season. 32 hits. Make it 33 hits actually now. She came in with 32 hits on the day. 33 hits is the Rams leader in that category. And Reynolds with the strike there. Bolender, of course, always a dangerous batter on the series. She's 3 for 7 now. Has a hit in 9 of her last 11 games. And that one is in foul territory, and Ortega is there to make the catch and retire the side. 1 hit, no runs, 1 left on for the Rams. And the Spartans coming up in the 3rd when we come back on the Mountain West Network.
What is in your pocket?
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Bottom of the third coming up here in San Jose. Bolender was the last out of the inning, so it took a little time for her to get back out, but she's ready to go. And the number 9 hitter for San Jose State, Carly Cummings, will get her first at-bat of the game. Cummings batting .271 on the season. Sophomore looks at a pitch outside for ball 1. Another San Jose native, St. Francis High School grad. Yesterday got a hit in her one at bat, had a run and a stolen base. Takes another pitch outside, faking bunt. Has a hit in 5 of her last 7 games. Doesn't wear the batting gloves. Looks at a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 the count. One of many Spartans who have shown improvement from their stats last season. Was just a 161 batter last season, up to 271 this year. That one is fouled off to make the count 2-2. And she will hit that to short, and the throw is on time to get her out. Solid throw from West there for the first out of the inning.
We'll go back up to the top of the order.
Now that brings Aubrey Thomas back to the plate. Led off the game with a single, was stranded at second. And that is a change up there. Just misses for ball 1. Wick looking in, ready to deal. And another off-speed pitch. 2-0 the count to Aubrey Thomas. Valley Christian High grad, senior majoring in psychology. Another one of the homegrown San Jose natives. And she will line that one into right, and making the catch is Stuckey for the second out of the inning. Stuckey well positioned out in right field. And now Jules Ronquillo to the plate, left fielder. In her first at bat was ruled out for batter's interference. Looked like the Spartans were going to start things off with 2 runners on, but instead she was called out. And this time that will be fouled to the left to put her in the 0-1 hole to begin this at bat. Ronquillo, someone who loves anime and actually wants to go teach English in Japan after she finishes college. Shows bunt and waves and misses at it. And that puts her in an 0-2 hole with 2 down here in the bottom of the third. 0-0 our score. Another well-pitched game from Wick for Colorado State and Reynolds for San Jose State. And she swings and misses at that one, so the side retired in order for the Rams, and we'll go to the 4th inning when we come back here on the Mountain West Network.
Recently named the nation's #4 public university and voted as the best sports program in the Bay Area, San Jose State University is transforming lives on and off the field. Home to a passionate fan base and leadership that is committed to the success of every student athlete. It's never been a better time to be a Spartan. It's always great in the 408. To find out more, please visit sjsu.edu.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best, because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
The crowd is pumping. From Colorado State, center fielder number 7, Autumn Rutherford.
And now in the 4th inning, scoreless game here in San Jose. Nara Wang with you here on the Mountain West Network, calling the action. Mia Reynolds on the mound, yet to give up a run in 10 innings of work in this series. And Autumn Rutherford takes ball 1 to begin the top of the 4th. Rutherford with a pop out to short in her first at bat to end the 1st inning. Rutherford, the freshman, will hit that one. And a diving catch in center by Thomas. Thomas lays out to get the first out of the inning on the sinking liner there, robbing a hit away from Autumn Rutherford. And a little bit of a dance there to celebrate by the Spartans. Now Jaylee Wilson, who singled to lead off the 2nd, up for her 2nd at bat of the game. 1 down here in the 4th for the Rams. Reynolds off speed on the inside corner for a strike. Wilson came in batting .273, 3 homers and 16 RBIs, and she chases weakly at that one, down 0-2 now. Reynolds on her game today from the pitcher's circle. She winds and deals, just missing there on the 0-2 off speed. 1-2. Our umpires, by the way, behind home plate, Jonathan Hartman at first, Mark Craver, and at third base, Dustin Holton. That pitch way up high, evening at 2-2. Good job by Amagir just to snare it. Wilson, just 19 years old, the sophomore. And she will poke it the other way, and no play there for Cummings. She thought about it for a second to maybe try and throw it first, but wasn't going to get Wilson. So Wilson now 2 for 2, 2 singles on the day for the Rams. And Jordan West will now come to the plate for her 2nd at bat. Flew out to right in the 2nd. The Rams 4 hits so far against Reynolds, so already twice what they had against her on Friday night. And that one is fought off, and Amagir will take care of it at first, but that allows Wilson to move up to 2nd. Now 2 outs, a runner at 2nd for Colorado State, and the batter is Kira Smith, playing 3rd today for Colorado State. She's been the true freshman playing 3rd for this season here for Colorado State. That pitch is inside for a ball. Smith still looking for her first hit of the series. 0-6 so far against the Spartans this weekend. Fastball in there for a strike. 1-1 to Smith. Smith, as I mentioned, from Puyallup, Washington, holds the career home run record for Puyallup High School. So she's got power. And that pitch is low. Now the count 2-1. Reynolds checks the pitch, ready to throw, and off speed just a bit high and inside, looked like, to make the count 3-1. Reynolds, who began her collegiate career at Utah State before transferring here to San Jose. A 3-time academic All-Mountain West, the first 2 at Utah State, and that's fouled by Kira Smith. Hit hard, but down the left side of the field here at the Spartan softball complex. So the count is full with 2 down here in the 4th for Colorado State. Reynolds will issue a walk. So reaching is Kira Smith for the first walk allowed by Mia Reynolds today. And now it's 2 runners on with 2 down for the Rams in the top of the 4th. Carolina Buffalo, designated player today for the Rams, is at the plate. Reynolds now trying to get out of this 2-out jam. We'll get the call there. 0-1 to Buffalo. Fastball up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. Jaylee Wilson, the runner at second for Colorado State. At first, it's Kira Smith. And Buffalo, the senior designated player today, at the plate. The 1-1 pitch on the way. And that is going to be hit into the outfield. Thomas coming on, misplays it. Wilson will score the first run of the game. So the single gets the Rams on the board. Smith over to third, runners on the corners as the Rams mount a 2-out rally here in the top of the 4th. First run allowed by Reynolds this series had gone 10 2/3 of an inning without giving up a run after a 7-inning complete game shutout in game number 1 of the series. And looks like we're gonna get a pinch runner in. Jack Smith will run at first base. And of course, in softball, starter can be substituted for once and re-enter the game. So Smith here just to get some more speed on the base paths for Colorado State. And that gets Morgan Coleman to the plate, who looks at ball 1 outside. Coleman, the senior, bats left, throws right, playing left field today. In her first appearance, she grounded out to short. That one fouled off for a strike. 1-1 the count. Coleman has started in 22 of the 25 games she has now played this season. And that pitch is outside from Reynolds. So dealing with some adversity here in the top of the 4th. The Rams have put a run on the board. Reynolds from the circle deals high. So 3-1 now to the number 9 hitter, Coleman. Lauren Stuckey, the leadoff batter in the on-deck circle. See what Reynolds can do here on 3-1. The pitch, fastball, called strike. Coleman had already dropped the bat and started going to first, but Home plate umpire Jonathan Hartman says, nope, stay right here. That was a strike. Count is full, 3-2. 2 down, Reynolds trying to get out of the jam. But instead, it will be a walk. Another walk here in the inning for the Rams. Loads the bases up for the top of the order. And now a conference coming at the mound. As Reynolds here trying to limit the damage as the Rams mounting a 2-out rally. And of course, the assistant coach who helps the pitchers, Taylor Gilmore, her first year in the program, beginning her coaching career after being the 2024 Mountain West Pitcher of the Year last season for Fresno State. And she is very familiar with the Colorado State program. She played 4 seasons for the Rams before she transferred to Fresno. So now Lauren Stuckey at the plate, 0 for 2 today, looking to try and make something happen. Fouls the first pitch off to the left for strike 1. Stuckey, 5 RBIs on the season. Batting .328 coming into this one. Has the bases loaded for her and can really break this game open for the Rams if she can get a base hit. Pitch outside from Reynolds. So again, the runners for the Rams. You've got Kira Smith at third, the pinch runner Jack Smith at second, and Morgan Coleman, who just drew a walk, at first. And a foul tip into the mitt of Amagir there for strike number 2. Mia Reynolds trying to get out of this jam here in the top of the 4th. Down 1-0 after giving up her first run of the series. Now has a 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball was outside, reached for it, and then the force, no, not in time is the call there. So runner is safe at second as Coleman beats the attempted force play there by Zermeño. Reina Zermeño can't believe it. That allows 2 runs to score. And now Colorado State has a 3-0 lead. And there's a discussion with Tammy Lohman and the umpire Mark Craver there. But that call is not going to change. It's 2 more runs for the Rams on that play where Zermeño was just a little late to touch second base. And Coleman sneaks in there. And that gets 2 runs on the board on a fielder's choice. So Kaylin English at the plate takes a ball. The Spartans now giving up 3 runs here in the top of the 4th. Still 2 runners on with 2 down here for Colorado State. English will hit that one hard, but just foul. Past the diving Gigi Ortega at third. That could have really done a lot of damage for Colorado State, but just foul. It makes the count 1-1. Reynolds trying to get her way out of this one, having already given up 3 runs in the inning. And a strike there. English chasing that pitch. 1-2 again. Reynolds has been getting the 2-strike counts, just hasn't been able to finish them off here in the 4th. The pitch is going to be hit into right, and the running catch made out there by Cummings to end the inning, but 3 runs score on 2 hits for the Colorado State Rams, and they lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on the Mountain West Network.
Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, nothing comes easy. That's why you gotta be tough. The truck, it's tough. My crew, definitely tough. But Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Oh, it's about...
All right, bottom of the fourth coming up for the Spartans as they now trail 3-0 here. As Reina Zermeño will lead off, and it was her play there at second base where she tried to get the force to end the inning there, but was too late, and Morgan Coleman got in there. That allowed 2 runs to score, and that made it 3-0 for the Rams. So now she gets a chance to try to make up for that here, leading off the fourth for San Jose State. Fouls off the first pitch to the back, netting to go down 0-1. In her first at-bat, she reached on an error, but ended up stranded at first in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch from Wick. Off speed and fouled off again. A wry smile from Zermeño after that one, but she's down 0-2. Zermeño, second base player from Sacramento, California. We'll look at that pitch go outside from Wick, 1-2. Reagan Wick, of course, lost the Friday night game here in San Jose, but only gave up 1 run in that one and yet to give one up here today, but that is going to be a base hit into right center for Reina Zermeño. Now has a hit in 10 of her last 12 games for the Spartans.
Now batting, first baseman number 5.
Shea McDowell is your batter now. The first baseman for the Spartans. Spartans trying to rally down 3 here in the fourth. That pitch taken high. McDowell in her first at bat popped out to second. Having a strong series so far, 3 of 6 in the series, has a triple, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. And that one fools McDowell as she watches it go by for a strike. 1-1 from Wick coming. And that is jammed and caught. Looked like in foul territory by Wilson, and diving back to first is Zermeño. So good awareness by Zermeño to get back to first base and not get doubled off, but it is the first out of the inning for the Spartans. And catcher Anissa Almaguer comes to the plate with 1 down and 1 on. Almaguer looks at the first pitch and swings through the fastball from Wick. The senior from Fowler, California. In her first at bat, struck out to end the first inning. The pitch from Wick, taken for a ball. Almaguer having a good series. 4-game hitting streak coming in, having scored runs in the last 2 games. That pitch goes high. 2-1 the count now to Anissa Almaguer. Almaguer came into today batting .314 after having hit .218 last season. And now the count at 3-1. Spartans trying to catch up after giving up a 3 spot in the top of the 4th inning. And that one is swung through and missed by Almaguer. Count full here. Reagan Wick trying to get a shutdown inning for her squad after her batters put up 3 runs for her in the top of the inning. And the strikeout there, swinging as Almaguer going after the high fastball goes down swinging, and it's 2 down in the inning for the Spartans. Shortstop Amaya Noriega to the plate now. Just 5'1" is Noriega. And corner infielders playing in. Case of a bunt. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Her sister Adriana, now a grad assistant coach. They got to play together last year. That one is fouled off to the left. Yeah, Adriana's final season as a player. She got to play with her sister and now remained on the staff as a grad assistant coach. Noriega in her first at bat. In the second was 0 for 1 on the day to make it 3 for 8 on the series for her. And off-speed pitch rolled to second, and the play is made by English, underhand to Wilson. And so Spartans can't answer there in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on as we go to the 5th here in San Jose.
In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, a sports oasis awaits. Stadium Swim, the ultimate outdoor amphitheater, built for the ultimate sports fan, with a colossal screen that brings the game closer than ever. Reserve a daybed, private cabana, or lounge in the center of it all. 6 pools to dive into as the game heats up. And the best part, there's never an off-season. Open 365 days a year. Stadium Swim, it's always spectator season.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, you gotta be tough. My truck, my crew, they're tough. Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Gatorade, the world's most...
Fifth inning about to start with catcher Brooke Bolender of the Rams leading off. The Rams put up 3 runs in the top of the 4th against Mia Reynolds, and they lead at 3-0 here in this early afternoon in San Jose at the Spartan Softball Complex. And that pitch is fouled back, the fastball from Reynolds. Just ticked by Bolender. Bolender, who grew up in Fort Collins, stayed home to play her college softball. And the pitch is low. Ball 1, so count 1-1. Bolender, a construction management major who has been academic All-Mountain West in her 3 seasons prior to this one at Colorado State. And then we'll take that one inside. Nearly scraped her knees there with the pitch. 2-1 the count from Reynolds. And the pitch on the way will catch the inside corner. Bolender tried to sell it as being inside, but instead the count will go to 2-2. fastball is ripped foul there, leaving the count even at 2-2. Bolander, one of the top batters in the entire Mountain West Conference. She has just the one batting glove on her right hand, none on her left. And chases after the high pitch there, and Ortega just in foul territory catches it to get the out. And now that'll bring up Autumn Rutherford, the center fielder, 0-2 today. It's been her goal to play at Colorado State since she was in the 7th grade. And she will take strike one there. Reynolds trying to bounce back from that last inning where she gave up 3 runs. It's looking good so far as that one is skied into the air and taken care of by Noriega in shallow left field for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, the first 2 batters of the 5th inning for Colorado State, and Jaylee Wilson is coming up. She's the one who got everything started in the 4th inning for the Rams with her second hit of the day. 2 for 2 is Wilson, and she will take strike one. She scored the first run of the game for Colorado State. Reynolds looking in and deals the 0-1 high. And with Jaylee Wilson, she is 5'11", so that one was way up there. The 1-1 from Reynolds is bounced in for a ball. So again, everything kind of fell apart with 2 outs in the 4th inning. All the Colorado State runs scored with 2 down. Reynolds trying to avoid having that happen again. And that one is taken for a strike, evening the count at 2-2. The 2-2 from Reynolds is swung through and missed, and she is fired up as she retires the Rams in order in the 5th. And the score is 3-0 as we come back for the bottom of the 5th after this break here on the Mountain West Network.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency.
And they're ready to go there are the Rams after talking it over at the pitcher's circle with Reagan Wick. And Sarah Deplich will lead things off for San Jose State here in the bottom of the 5th, playing as the designated player today. She's 0 for 1, grounded out to second in her first at bat in the second inning. And she will take a strike there. Reagan Wick, of course, was the starter on Friday for the Rams. And another strike taken by Deplich, puts her down 0-2. But Wick, the Texas native who pitched incredibly well, gave up just 1 run. It wasn't earned on Friday night, and pitching well again today. That one is taken low by Deplich. Wick, who has 11 complete games this season, came in with a record of 6-7, a 3.30 ERA. And that one freezes Deplich, and she'll go down looking. And that's the first out of the 5th for the Spartans. Reagan Wick dealing in the pitcher's circle today, just absolutely froze Sarah Deplich with that one. So Gigi Ortega, third base player today for San Jose State. She's 0-1, popped out to second in her first at bat. First pitch is in there low from Wick. Carly Cummings, the 9-hitter, on deck for San Jose State. Ortega will take that one again, just missing the zone for a 2-0 count. Ortega from South San Francisco, California, Mercy High School. Time called there. And of course, haven't even had to mention it, but there is a 20-second pitch clock in college softball, as that pitch is sent to center field and taken care of by Autumn Rutherford for the second out of the inning. But yes, the 20-second pitch clock after it was 25 seconds last season, but really has not been an issue for either Wick or Reynolds. Both keeping the pace up from the pitcher's circle. And Carly Cummings, the right fielder, will tap it right back to Wick, who retires the side in order. And the Rams still lead 3-0 against the Spartans as we head toward the 6th inning.
Recently named the nation's #4 public university and voted as the best sports program in the Bay Area, San Jose State University is transforming lives on and off the field. Home to a passionate fan base and leadership that is committed to the success of every student athlete. It's never been a better time to be a Spartan. It's always great in the 408. To find out more, please visit sjsu.edu.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best, because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
Welcome back to San Jose at the Spartan Softball Complex. Nara Weng here on the Mountain West Network as we've got Mountain West Softball, Game 3 of a 3-game weekend series between the Rams of Colorado State and the Spartans of San Jose State. San Jose State won the first 2 games in this series, so looking for the sweep, but they are down 3-0 here as we head to the 6th. And coming up is the shortstop, Jordan West, 0 for 2 so far today. Reynolds, and that is grounded to Zermano, who was a little bit off with the throw, and it looked like Shea McDowell got her foot back on before West got down there, but the call is safe, so I'm pretty sure Tammy Lohman wants them to review this call. First, the umpires are going to discuss it, I guess, to determine if it's safe or out. Right now, it appeared to be a safe call. So Mark Craver does call her safe there. And that'll bring a pinch runner on for Colorado State as Clarissa Castillo, the freshman from Rialto, California, will run for West. But first, we're going to have a pitchers conference here with pitching coach Taylor Gilmore out to talk. So they're going to rule that an E4 error on Reina Zermeño that allows West to reach base and Castillo on to run for West. So Zermeño's third error of the season puts a runner on for the Rams to start off the 6th inning. And Kira Smith, the batter now, walked in the 4th inning and popped out in the 2nd. 0 for 1 on the day, has scored a run, was the 2nd run of the game for Colorado State. Showing bunt, and will foul it back to go down 0-1. On the season, she does have 2 sacrifices. So let's see if the play is on again for Jen Fisher's Colorado State squad. It is, and she puts it down. McDowell fields it, gets it to Zermeño, so the sacrifice is completed. And the pinch runner Castillo moves to 2nd. 1 down here in the 6th. And so now with the 8th spot coming back up, Carolina Buffalo is going to re-enter the game after she had been pinch run for in her last at-bat in the 4th after she singled and drove in a run. Jack Smith ran for her, so now here's Buffalo's one-time re-entry into the game as she comes up with 1 down and a runner on 2nd. And the pitch is low and inside from Reynolds. So again, in college softball, you're allowed as a starter to re-enter the game 1 time. So if Buffalo were to be substituted again, she could not re-enter anymore for the rest of this one. And that one, fastball in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. The pitch from Reynolds is a strike. Swung through that one, did Buffalo. Buffalo, who got her first hit of this series in the 4th inning. And she will send that one to right field where Cummings is there, makes the catch. Tagging up is Castillo, and she is gunned down at 3rd. A great throw by Carly Cummings, right on target to Gigi Ortega, and that'll end the top of the 6th. No damage done to the Spartans, and they'll come up down 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th.
No runs, 1 Spartan, a runner left on base.
It's bedlam tonight here in Boise.
The crowd is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Bull Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Bull Trapper. What's your beef?
Leading off for San Jose State.
So San Jose State
Thomas.
is back to the top of the order. Aubrey Thomas, the center fielder, is going to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th. She's 1 for 2 on the day with a single in the first inning after a tremendous defensive play by the Spartans to end the top of the 6th. Carly Cummings with the throw from right field to third base to get the final out of the inning. And there, changeup on pitch number 1 for a strike to Aubrey Thomas here to start the bottom of the 6th. Reagan Wick still in the pitcher circle for Colorado State. Only 2 hits allowed by Wick today, and the bunt attempt there is fouled back by Thomas. So now down 0-2 as Wick has been tremendous for Colorado State. Allowed just 1 run in this series, and it was unearned in her loss on Friday. Fastball high from Wick, but she has gone 11 completed innings with no earned runs against the Spartans. And there, curveball looks just off the plate. 2-2. And that one is grounded to short, and the play made by West, who re-entered after being pinch run for. So Jordan West back into the game, makes that 6-3, and now Jules Ronquillo will come up with 1 out for San Jose State. Ronquillo 0 for 2, called out for batter's interference in the first and struck out in the third. Ronquillo fouls that one to the left. Yesterday went 0 for 3, seeing a 6-game hitting streak end. Trying to get back into the hitting column here. Lefty against lefty. Wick gets another grounder. And that one again taken care of by the Rams. As West makes the play once again, 2 down here for the Spartans to bring up Reina Zermeño, second base. The junior who leads the Spartans in batting on the day, 1 for 2, but has reached base both times, single in the 4th and on an error in the 1st. Zermeño awaiting the 0-1 from Wick. The lefty gets it just a bit low. And it's 1-1. The Spartans here, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 3-0 to the Rams. And that pitch will miss as well to run the count to 2-1. Spartans trying to get a sweep of this weekend series in Mountain West Conference play, the second weekend in conference play. And that pitch will go low for Wick. So now 3-1 to Zermeño. Zermeño, the Spartans representative on the preseason All-Mountain West team, will send that one into the net, and it's 3-2. Her hit in the 4th gives her hits in 10 of her last 12 games. And that one is fought off the fist to third, and the ground out is taken care of by Kira Smith. So the side retired in order by Wick, and we'll be back for the 7th here on the Mountain West Network.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper. What's your beef? Old Trapper Beefs. Tough soft snacks.
Out here, nothing comes easy. That's why you gotta be tough. The truck, it's tough. My crew, definitely tough. But Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Oh, it's a puppy.
In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, a sports oasis awaits. Stadium Swim, the ultimate outdoor amphitheater, built for the ultimate sports fan, with a colossal screen that brings the game closer than ever. Reserve a daybed, private cabana, or lounge in the center of it all. 6 pools to dive into as the game heats up. And the best part, there's never an off-season. Open 365 days a year. Stadium Swim, it's always spectator season.
We've reached the 7th inning here in San Jose. Spartans trailing the visiting Colorado State Rams 3-0. Mia Reynolds back out on the pitcher circle, ready to deal to Morgan Coleman. Coleman will take a strike. Reynolds trying for her 2nd complete game of the series. Won game 1 on Friday, 1-0, but today ran into some trouble in the 4th inning and will need her offense to rally in the bottom of the 7th. That one fouled into the netting on the left side for an 0-2 count. Of course, Reynolds still needs to try and get through this top of the 7th without any further damage to give the Spartans a better chance in their upcoming final at bat. The 0-2 from Mia Reynolds is lined right back at her, goes into center field for a leadoff single for Morgan Coleman, her first hit of the day after having walked and grounded out earlier in this matchup. So the leadoff hitter, Lauren Stuckey, comes up. She's 0 for 3 on the day, but in her last at bat, she got 2 RBIs thanks to the fielder's choice by Reina Zermeño, where she did not get to second base in time for the force out. 2 runs scored. So Stuckey with the runs batted in there despite reaching on a fielder's choice and is 0 for 3. The bunt attempt there is fouled off, 0-1. Stuckey on the season has 2 sacrifices. Rams trying to add insurance runs here, up 3 in the 7th. This time swinging away, she'll foul it back. So the runner on first is Coleman. Stuckey awaits the 0-2 from Reynolds. Outside, ball 1. Again, Reynolds has pitched well outside of that 4th inning. And this one is going to be lined into left. And there to make the play is Ronquillo. First out of the top of the 7th for the Rams. And Kaylin English will come up. English on the day. 1 for 3, has a single and a strikeout, and flew out to right in her last at bat in the 4th. The pitch from Reynolds in on the fist and fouled over the netting to the left and out of play. Kaylin English, the exercise science major from Parker, Colorado. 2 hits yesterday and a hit today in this series. And this one will be lofted into center, and there to make the play is Thomas for the 2nd out of the inning. So Brooke Bolender, the catcher, coming up on the day. 1 for 3 for the leading batter for the Rams this season. And Bolender in on the fist, fouls it off to the left to go down 0-1. Bolender has started nearly all the games she has played in her Colorado State career. Takes ball 1 inside. This is the 135th game she has played in for the Rams in her career, and has started 118 of them. And that one she'll take for a strike. And now Reynolds, the count in her favor, 1-2 with 2 down, trying to get her Spartans a chance in the bottom of the 7th to mount a comeback. The 1-2 is going to be just fouled off to the left as Bolender chased a pitch that looked to be low. Just trying to stay alive there, but probably went after a pitch that was not in the strike zone. So another 1-2 coming from the circle. This one is high, and the steal attempt there, and into second base with the steal is Morgan Coleman. Coleman's second stolen base of the season. 2 for 2 now is Morgan Coleman in steals. Took a bit of a hard tag, so they are out there to check on her just to make sure she's okay. That's athletic trainer Nika Walker out there to make sure she's okay, along with the coaches. And she's all right. She will remain in the game at second base after her steal. So Bolender now with a runner in scoring position with the count 2-2 and 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Rams leading 3-0. And this one is hit foul down the left side. Ronquillo chasing after it, but too far for her to get to in foul territory. Count remaining 2-2. Reynolds trying to get out of this unscathed here in the 7th. And the pitch on the way is golfed again over the netting to the left. Bolender just protecting the plate with 2 strikes. One of the toughest hitters to get out in the Mountain West. Reynolds will fire the 2-2, and that one is sent again into foul territory left, but this time Ronquillo is there to make the play to end the top of the 7th with no damage to the Spartans, and they will come up in the bottom of the 7th down 3 to try and make a comeback here on the Mountain West Network.
In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, a sports oasis.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, you gotta be tough. My truck, my crew, they're tough. Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Bottom of the 7th is coming up here in San Jose with the Spartans trailing 3-0. Reagan Wick for Colorado State trying to get a complete game shutout. The Spartans will have the middle of their lineup, 4, 5, and 6. Shea McDowell, Anissa Amagir, and Amaya Noriega coming up to try and spoil the Rams party here. Rams just trying to get out of San Jose with one win in this series. The Spartans took the first two yesterday and Friday. So let's see what happens here in the bottom of the 7th. Shea McDowell, first base player for the Spartans at the plate on the day, 0 for 2. And Wick ready, fires, and bounces that one in low for ball 1. Shea has a hit in 7 of her last 8 games, but yet to have one today. We'll take that pitch for a strike. Didn't like that call, but the count even 1-1. And this one is fought off, but there to make the play, Jordan West on the soft pop-up for out number 1. Now looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Spartans as Taylor Squires, the lefty, is looking to be entered into the game to pinch hit for Amagir. Amagir struck out twice in her 2 at-bats, so head coach Taylor Lohman trying something different here. Tammy Lohman, excuse me, with Taylor Squires as the pinch hitter. The senior from Long Beach, California, will take ball 1. Squires batting 100 on the season. On Friday, she went 1 for 3 as the designated player for the Spartans. Last year was a .278 batter. Shows bunt. Instead, will take a strike to even the count at 1-1. Squires, along with Jules Ronquillo, played her high school ball at Los Alamitos High School in Southern California. And that one is going through the hole the opposite way, and the pinch hitter pays off for San Jose State. Taylor Squires reaches on a single through the left side. So the Spartans trying to make a rally, down 3 here in their final at bat, and Amaya Noriega, the shortstop, is up 0-2 on the day. Grounded out to second in her last at bat in the 4th. And the lefty on lefty matchup with Reagan Wick. And this one is going to be popped up softly into center field. And it will drop for a base hit. So 2 runners on now for San Jose State as they try and come back down 3. Colorado State holding a conference at the pitcher circle. Reagan Wick again trying to finish off a complete game shutout. And Sarah Deplich, designated player today for the Spartans, is up. 0-2 is Deplich today, and she's got 2 runners on for her to try and make something happen. Fouls that first pitch back to the netting. Taylor Squires, the pinch hitter, who singled, is at second. Amaya Noriega, the shortstop, who lofted a soft pop-up that dropped, is at first. The pitch from Wick high to Deplich. Again, Deplich has 3 homers this season. She has some power, slugging .512 on the season going into this game today. And that one off speed is just fouled short of first base where Jaylee Wilson will take care of it. So Deplich unable to do anything with that one. And now the Spartans are down to their final out. Gigi Ortega, number 8 hitter, playing third base today, 0 for 2 in her previous 2 at-bats. And she will take the strike there on the curve. Wick trying to again get her second complete game of the series, but get a win this time. This time she goes with the fastball for a strike, showing off her array of pitches. And now down to the final strike are the Spartans. 0-2 to Ortega. The pitch from Wick, high. 1-2. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 runners on. The tying run at the plate in the form of Gigi Ortega. Takes that one a bit high and outside. Count even at 2-2. 2 down, 2 runners on. Spartans trying to stay alive here for a sweep. And that one is a ball to make the count full. Colorado State fans not happy with that call by home plate umpire Jonathan Hartman. And the 3-2 is swung through and missed, and the complete game win for Wick. A shutout, 3-0, as the Rams get out of San Jose with 1 win in the 3-game series. We'll come back and wrap things up after this short break here on the Mountain West Network.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
And welcome back to San Jose, where today the Spartans fall 3-0 to the Colorado State Rams in the final game of their 3-game series. The Spartans loser today is Mia Reynolds, had a complete game for the second time in the series, but unlike on Friday, couldn't get the win. Reagan Wick, on the other hand, for Colorado State, flipped the script as she took the loss on game 1, and she instead bounces back with a complete game shutout today, giving up just 4 hits to the Spartans, no walks, and 5 strikeouts for the lefty from Fort Collins. And really all the scoring happening in just the 4th inning, as Carolina Buffalo had an RBI single to score Jaylee Wilson, and then Lauren Stuckey reaching on a fielder's choice, and 2 runners scored when Morgan Coleman beat the force-out attempt at second base by Reina Zermeño, and that allowed 2 runners to score, both Kira Smith and Jack Smith, who was pinch running in that inning. So the final numbers, Colorado State 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. They left 6 on base. The Spartans, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and they left 5 on base. So the next matchup for the Spartans is going to be at Fresno State on Thursday, a 6 p.m. game that you can catch on the Mountain West Network. Their next home matchup will be on Wednesday, April 2nd at 5 p.m. against Pacific. So again, the final here from San Jose today. Colorado State wins 3-0, and they improve their record to 12-17 and 3-3 in Mountain West play. The Spartans dropped to 14-16 overall and also 3-3 in Mountain West play. So for our entire crew here at San Jose State today, I'm Nar Wang. Thanks for catching Mountain West softball here on the Mountain West Network.